Here lies a mesmerizing and glittering palace filled with rare artwork, crystal chandeliers, softly glowing lamps, marble halls, and the most exquisitely carved sculptures. It has all the comforts and luxuries to offer, and is a sight to behold. Sitting on a velvet throne is the Fairy Queen. Now, the most beautiful fairy in this kingdom, Chitralika, approaches the Fairy Queen. Her hair shines like gold, her big eyes are expressive, and her cheeks are rosy. She is the epitome of otherworldly beauty. Not only that, but she is also pure-hearted, truthful, kind, and charitable. One can easily understand why she is loved by everyone.
Queen Mother, did you call for me?
Yes, I did. Come here, Chitraleka. How is your health now?
I have completely recovered now and I am healthy. I can sing and dance again. I can also fly in the air again.
That's very good news. I was worried about you, but now I'm reassured.
Listening to this conversation is another fairy named Chitra, who is getting envious. She has been jealous of Chitraleka ever since childhood. The Fairy Queen tells Chitraleka,
Chitraleka, go and enjoy yourself.
Chitraleka is strolling in the gardens along with her other friends. A stunning peacock spreads his captivating feathers and dances in front of them. Chitraleka is ecstatic and moves along with it. Colorful butterflies hover around her and kiss her cheeks and head. Buds blossom into flowers around her. Nature is alive and blissful around her. Chitra is watching all this from a distance and going green with envy. Chitraleka approaches the Fairy Queen in her palace once again. This time, she has a request.
Queen Mother, if I have your permission, I would like to go down to Earth for a while. I would like to help the Earthlings in any way I can.
That is a noble thought. You have a charitable mind. My blessings are always with you. If you are ever in trouble, just think of me. I will be there to help you in need.
Queen Mother, I would also like to go to Earth.
What will you do over there?
I will help Chitraleka.
If that is the case, go along with her.
Chitraleka and Chitra bid farewell to the Fairy Queen and fly towards Earth. They land in a small village. Chitra looks at the tiny huts and raises her eyebrows in disdain.
Chitraleka, what is this rundown place that you've brought me to? It appears to be in ruins. Look at the people, so poor, sickly, and downtrodden.
There are kind and honest people here as well. The poor always have the purest hearts.
Chitraleka waved her star wand around and said,
May all their troubles get wiped away.
Beautiful clothes appeared on the bodies of the young, the old, and the children. They were shocked and looked at each other. One child spoke up and said,
This is a miracle! Look at everyone's lovely clothes!
Dear God, what is this miracle? Your mercy knows no bounds, my lord.
Chitraleka was smiling in satisfaction while Chitra was getting irritated. A poor man was carrying a big bundle of wood on top of his head. Chitraleka lightened his load with her magic. He seemed relieved and happy, and continued walking ahead. With the help of her magic wand, Chitraleka filled up the villagers' homes with food supplies. Then the two fairies flew towards the forest. When they were flying over the forest, they spotted a handsome young man entangled tightly by a python who was suffocating him to death.
Chitra, let's go help him.
With the magic of her star wand, Chitralekha managed to release the young man from the python's hold. He stood up and heaved a sigh of relief. He looked straight ahead and saw Chitralekha smiling at him. He was besotted by the young fairy's beauty. He folded his hands and thanked her.
Heavenly being, you have done me a huge favor by saving my life.
What is your name?
My name is Chitravir. What is your name?
My name is Chitralekha. I live in the fairy kingdom. Please tell us a little bit more about yourself.
I am the prince of this kingdom, but I have been wandering around like a vagabond. Some years ago, a demon wizard captured my parents and imprisoned them in a cave. He rules over my kingdom now.
After listening to the prince, Chitralekha was very disturbed. She told the prince,
Please don't worry, everything will be all right.
Chitralekha took her magic wand and built a small but well-equipped palace for the prince.
Dear Prince, please live comfortably in this palace till we figure out our next course of action.
The three of them started living in the palace. Chitra had started falling for the prince. Chitralekha also found him to be good-hearted and honest. When Chitra used to see them talking together, she would get upset. She could not control the envious thoughts in her head. She hated Chitralekha's morality and her holier-than-thou attitude. She was selfish and could not see beyond her own needs. In her mind, Chitra vowed to ruin Chitralekha for good. She knew she had to make the prince her own at any cost. The prince, on the other hand, was devoted to Chitralekha. One day, Chitra took her magic wand and burnt both of Chitralekha's wings. Chitralekha was shocked and heartbroken beyond belief.
Chitra, what have you done? What did I ever do for you to treat me like this?
The prince ran towards them and asked Chitra,
Why did you do that? It was a horrible thing to do.
Chitra did not like the way the prince spoke to her, but she did not want to harm him in any way.
Now how will we defeat the demon wizard?
Chitralekha immediately thought of the fairy queen. She contacted her in her mind. The fairy queen appeared in front of them. When she saw Chitralekha's condition, she was very upset. She glared at Chitra in anger.
You will be punished for this behavior.
Chitra bowed her head in shame. Chitralekha informed the fairy queen about the prince and the demon wizard. The fairy queen used her magic to grow a new pair of wings on Chitralekha. Chitralekha was happy now. The fairy queen, along with Chitralekha, Chitra, and the prince, set off to meet the demon wizard. The demon wizard saw the three fairies and started laughing loudly.
Look who's come to visit me. Ready to be my new slaves?
After saying this, he unleashed his magic on the fairies. But the fairy queen and Chitralekha joined forces and fought it together, rendering it ineffective. Whenever his magic would fail, a cloud of smoke would appear in the wind. He began to scream, falter, lose his breath, and became weaker. The fairy queen took her magic wand and lifted him up in the air. He flapped his hands and feet. Chitralekha pointed her wand at him and swirled him round and round. He kept rotating in the air for a while and screaming at the same time. Finally, he collapsed and fell to the ground. Chitralekha conjured a cage around him and imprisoned him in it. The three of them ran towards the cave and released the king and queen along with the other prisoners who were mainly soldiers. The demon wizard had been pacing up and down in the cage. The prince and Chitralekha looked at each other lovingly and could not look away. Chitra continued feeling jealous. The king and queen, along with the fairy queen, blessed the young couple. Moral of the story: we should not be jealous of anyone or wish them ill. We should always perform good deeds.
If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get future updates. And don't forget to comment.